All right, joining us today on Pirate Radio Live, East Carolina Great, now with the Ottawa Redblacks, getting ready for another CFL season. Justin Hardy joining us. Justin, how you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing?
Doing good. Kind of give us an update, man. You're up there in Canada now. We talked to you last week from north of the border as well. What's going on? Any team events, or is it all just kind of individual working for you right now?
It's a little bit of individual work. I know a couple of guys are here now, so we doing some training, lifting, on field work. But we having training camp away from Ottawa this year, so that's gonna be new. So we head up for that on Thursday and get ready to go.
So where will you be doing the training camp at?
We're gonna be in Kingston. I think we're
So
gonna
is
be at
is that like
University.
dorms? Like what hotels? Where are you going to be staying during that time?
I'm not even for sure. I think I'm at a roommate probably for sure. Maybe dorm.
Yeah.
Probably a dorm.
How about when you were with the Falcons? Where did y'all do training camp? Because I know some teams, the Cowboys go to California.
Mhm.
Washington's done it in Richmond and Pennsylvania. How about in Atlanta? Where'd you guys do training camp?
We always did it in Flowery Branch, where our practice facility was. We had suite style dorms on the practice facility, so it was cool.
Do they try to make it a little rough on you, or do you get all the perks of being a pro when you're at training camp with the Falcons? How was it for you?
I mean, it's training camp at the end of the day, but I guess whoever you room with, it kind of does help out a lot. You know, I was with the receivers with the older guys, so it was always cool for me.
Yeah. So you room with what? Julio and
You
Roddy
know,
and those
Yo,
guys?
Rodney, E Wings, I was in there with those guys, so it was pretty cool for me.
Yeah. Justin Hardy joining us, getting ready for another year. Justin, you seem to have always had that serious football mindset, but like going into year what of being a professional now? You're over 10 years in at this
Yeah,
point.
over 10, I want to say
Yeah,
11, probably
that's
11.
crazy. Yeah, that's awesome. But I mean, is it just another thing to you at this point? Like you got to have zero nerves going into this, right?
Yeah, it's no nerve. You know, it's like riding a bike at the end of the day. Something that you've been doing all your life. It's kind of like just getting right back to it.
Yeah.
Essentially,
When's the last time you had nerves on a football field?
it's been a minute. It's been a minute.
Even at ECU, like where you again, we talked about your first game. You're catching a touchdown against nationally ranked South Carolina in an NFL stadium with a ton of fans. Like you seem pretty cool. Were you nervous that day?
I was nervous that game, but that was just at the beginning though. Once I got tackled, that kind of went away, and I was cool.
Yeah. Justin Hardy joining us today on Pirate Radio Live. Justin, how many of your teammates do you know at this point? Like, what's the roster turnover like in the CFL? Do you know a lot of your guys, or is going to be a lot of new faces when you go to training camp?
Essentially, most times you really had the same team from the year before, with the exception of some new guys coming in, some new draft picks coming in. Outside of that, I pretty much know everybody besides the new guys that's coming in.
At this point in your not just football career but CFL career, like what would a Grey Cup mean to you? How important is that as you get ready for this season?
It's very important because how I look at it, I never had a chance to win a championship in any level that I've been at. I mean, bowl game is bowl game, but as far as high school state championship, we lost. NFL Super Bowl, we lost. Um, so it'll be very important. I kind of really want to stamp myself, being a champion in that sense.
Yeah.
Going out there.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Justin, we talked about Dominique Davis retiring last week. One Pirate out, but another Pirate in. Former ECU offensive lineman Hampton Ergel picked up by the Toronto Argonauts. So you got another Pirate invading Canada up there, which is always good. But
Always.
what would you tell guys about the CFL that we got a lot of guys trying to make it to the league right now. Some will, some won't. Some might try the UFL. What's your pitch for the CFL?
I tell guys all the time, be where your feet are. You really can't control anything outside of you at the moment. Your play. will get you those calls, wherever you're trying to go to, different leagues that's available. So I used to tell guys to be where your feet are, going in and just put your best foot forward and just go out there and play football like you always been all your life.
And as far as the CFL, they treat you good. Like you would tell people, hey man, if you get an opportunity, it's a good place to play. The CFL.
Oh, definitely. Like I said, it's an experience. Getting to see different things. And a lot
Right.
of most guys rarely go out of the country. So
Yeah.
being able to go out of the country to play football, something that you continuously do to love that you love. I tell people all the time it's a good experience to do.
No, that's a good point, man. We've talked to a lot of former ECU basketball players. James Legan liked Australia so much he was considering being an Australian citizen. We had Errol Bean played in Turkey, and he didn't necessarily say he wanted to live there, but talked about the experience. So it's amazing where sports can take you, and cool that you've
Correct.
experienced that. What's been kind of some of your favorite moments being up there in Ottawa or wherever you've been in Canada that maybe you didn't experience here in North Carolina or Georgia?
I think just the experience of just being in a different country. I know we still kind of connected in a sense, but just
Yeah.
being in a different country. Just picking up on the culture things that they do here. And understand how much they love football here as well. So it's definitely cool to see going to different cities, going to different stadiums. Just getting to see all those things. It's been great.
Well, Justin, Ottawa Senators not in it, but there are 3 Canadian teams left in the NHL playoffs, so you might be hearing about that. Canada has not. Let's see, what year were you born, Justin?
1991.
Okay, you were 2 years old the last time a Canadian team won the Stanley Cup.
Oh, wow.
93 Montreal won. Since then, it's been all American teams. So that's kind of a big deal there. You might be hearing about that here in the next few
Nah,
weeks.
it is. It is like hockey's big here too, so it's definitely good to see.
Yeah, no doubt. Carolina Hurricanes still alive. They'll play the Capitals in round 2 beginning on Tuesday. So you got that going on. NBA playoffs. What do you think? Celtics repeat, or would you take another team at this point, Justin?
I don't see Celtics repeating.
Okay.
From what I've seen, I think it'll be a different team.
Jared, jump on the mic real quick. If it's not the Celtics this year, oh, you don't have a mic. Just tell me off mic. Who's winning if it's not the Celtics this year? Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards. Okay. All right. We'll see. We'll see. So Justin, when does that training camp begin for you? What's the next step for you?
So we leave to go up to the spot Thursday,
All
and
right.
I think first day of practice is Sunday. We got medicals and team meetings up until that time, but I think the first day of actual practice is Sunday.
And how quickly does that run into your first preseason game? Do you know that date?
Very quick. The thing is, up here in training camp is straight through. Like in the NFL, you go 4 days, have a day off, 4 days, have a day off. But up here it's straight through, and it's only really 2 weeks of camp, and then that
Okay.
third week is a preseason game.
Man.
So
So
it's pretty fast.
it'll hit you quick. Justin already joining us courtesy of Social House Vodka. You can get the J Rock limited edition vodka, Justin's personal brand at socialhousevodka.com. Everybody check that out. Enjoy it and enjoy these Justin Hardy interviews. We'll chronicle his season in the CFL, starting with training camp when we talk to you next week, Justin. So good luck, man, and hopefully we can connect with you next week.
Sounds good. Thank you.